Time of the year, playoff football time as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington football team. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Dobbins running out of the gun. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 22-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's got it. For the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here. In this first quarter. First and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 32.
32-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by K'Wan Short. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's James. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20.
Get off the field.
All the way in, touchdown Seattle. 78 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch the safety creep. Check, check, check.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 41.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Noah Fant, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Chubb. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, Murray. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run with Chubb, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. A good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 53 yards. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
On the carry, it's Chubb.
32-yard line.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They run. Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
On second down now. It's Murray. And a solid run down inside the 30. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Now Chubb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout. Waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Seibert able to knock this one through. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 11 yards there, first down.
Washington.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that one will be accepted. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
That was second down run for Murray, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Murray, the ball carrier.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They go with Murray again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on second down, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. They run it again with Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product. They go with Chubb on second down. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here. But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
On play action, they'll throw. Brown has the first down and much more. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 55 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes this Washington 24, Seahawks 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now James returning. And a decent return out to the 20.
And 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Seattle.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. To the air again, Herbert. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down. And he finds Lockett. Touchdown, Seattle.
Complete to Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Rodgers on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
They'll look to throw.
At the 47-yard line.
Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. He'll find Lindsay here. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They're going with Lindsey. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Herbert on first down now, eluding the pressure right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Herbert. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. And taking it across midfield. 25. 16 yards, a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 19,
A run for Nick Chubb. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. On the ground, it's Chubb. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
It's 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. And a disappointing way to close out the season. You got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis.